Hello everyone! Do you know how to turn any child into a fan of post-impressionism? You just need to take them to the right exhibition, like this one. Here, world-famous paintings come to life with the help of unusual mechanical devices. Want to see even more original stuff? Then watch the selection to the end, and don't forget to give this video a like. Let's get it on. Ever noticed how shiny the rails are usually? Turns out that the employees of the railway have to make real efforts to achieve this effect. There are even special rail grinders that bring the rails to the state of perfection. You can see them on the screen right now. We have never seen such strange canoe races before. Turned out that this is a special winter sport invented in China about 2,000 years ago. Several teams get into huge dragon-shaped boats and race across a frozen river. Moreover, this sport is popular not only in its homeland. There's even the International Ice Dragon Boat Federation, which includes 72 countries. We all saw some kinds of monsters in different horror and sci-fi movies, but you've hardly ever seen such strange creatures live. Nobody, these are not alien creatures, snakes, or worms, but a species of crustaceans that's quite familiar to people who live in coastal zones. Believe it or not, in some countries, they're actually considered a real delicacy. If CatDog were a vehicle, it'd probably look something like this. Seriously though, this fire truck is used for working in gorges and tunnels, where it's difficult or impossible to turn around. Can you guess what it is? One might think that these are some kind of edible beans, but in fact, these are the eggs of ordinary Cassidids. And again, you can brag to your friends that you've seen it all now. This is Fat Albert. Not only is it extremely heavy, it also carries multiple tons of cargo. How do you get it up in the air? With a couple of rocket boosters, of course. Let's play a game. Guess the city by the design of the shopping mall. You'll immediately think about Dubai or Singapore, and you will be right. What you see is a unique domed roof of a Singapore shopping mall. We bet that the visitors see this miracle and completely forget what they came for originally. By the way, this design is unique, not only because it looks great, but also because it's eco-friendly. It only harvests rainwater, which, by the way, is then used for the maintenance of the mall toilets, among other things. Nope, this is not a bug in the textures. This horse really has a hole in its neck. Internet experts believe that this could be a congenital defect. What do you think? Asians have again invented something for which we're all ready to pay any money. Though Mum's cooking is better anyway. All Star Wars fans must be excited right now. Well, the good news is that this levitating mini replica of the Millennium Falcon doesn't cost $1 million. You can just make it with your own hands, like this dude. Oh, actually, it might be easier just to buy it. Today, in order to turn into your favorite Halloween monster, you don't have to watch 50-odd makeup tutorials on YouTube. You can simply just buy a mask with an LED screen that will change your look with one quick click on a smartphone app. If you suffer from trypophobia and also can't stand insects, welcome to a nightmare. What you see is a very unusual wasp species found in Brazil. These insects in the hive resemble a sunflower, and by the way, they love to fly into people's homes and bother everyone. Meet Marty, a robot who will soon become the Employee of the Month. You can find it in dozens of US stores. Marty carefully monitors the inventory, and in addition, it carefully checks for floor hazards so that nothing could stop you from walking around. Marty doesn't need a salary either. It's diligent and not at all talkative. Well, isn't that a perfect employee? A simple experiment you can easily recreate at home. Not necessarily with an aquarium though. You take any hydrophobic material like powder or cinnamon, sprinkle it on the water, cover your hands with it, and voila! Magic outside of Hogwarts in action. A must-have for those who want to go on a diet after the winter holidays. Tell us, what would you give for the opportunity to take such a paper on the exam? Is it us, or did the creators of this moped use R2-D2 as a source of inspiration? Either way, it looks cool.
你看老司机的这个操作流畅不流畅？起大臂，出小臂，把板儿给送出去啊，然后起大臂。
This may be a mini excavator, but it has more than enough power. Look at how it lifts the driver like a feather.
看到没有？
力量确实大。
对啊，我150斤，你想，他把
Forget about that bottle with inscriptions. Each of us wouldn't hesitate to sell our souls to the devil for this thing in childhood. Boy, do you have any idea how lucky you are? Have you ever seen a crab like that? No, your eyes are not deceiving you. It really has a soft shell. But this isn't some unusual species. In fact, this crab has just discarded an old shell, but didn't have time to grow a new one yet. By the way, in this form, it's also considered a delicious snack all over the world. Here's a tip: if you ever get the chance to make a transfer at a South Korean airport, do it. Where else will your bags be taken to your destination by a caring robot? Though it's better to keep an eye on it. We don't know how the security system works here.
В аэропорту Кореи есть специальный робот, который будет носить за вас ваши вещи. Да, вы просто сканируете билет, назначаете место, и он довезет ваши вещи куда надо.
We only have one question. Why hasn't anyone thought of this before? That moment when you caught the rarest Pokemon in the game.
Who's that Pokemon?
By the way, this is Midas the cat. He was born with an anomaly: 4 ears instead of 2, but his hearing is just amazing. Have you ever seen people change their hair color faster than you can notice it? They don't even have to put so much effort into it anymore. The American brand Pravana came up with a new hair dye that changes color depending on the ambient temperature. Can you imagine how cool that is? You walk down the street with blue hair, then you go inside and your hair's already green. Maybe at first glance the idea of giving a friend a lighter for their birthday doesn't seem so cool, but you'll definitely change your mind when you see the kind of lighters they make in China.
Alright guys, I bought 32 bearings yesterday, and this board takes 28. Never rode it before, so let's see what it does. It's definitely different. Any board I can literally just do that. So yeah, take some practice.
Many people have heard about Fabergé eggs, but only history fans take a sincere interest in them. However, there is one exception. At the end of last year, fantasy fans suddenly became interested in the creations of the followers of the great jeweler. This is because they made a unique dragon egg, exactly like the one Daenerys herself held in her hands. It was purchased by an anonymous buyer for a fabulous $2.2 million. We wonder if it was George R.R. Martin. And here is the creature to whom you quite possibly owe your life. Jokes aside, the blue blood of the horseshoe crab is highly valued in medicine, particularly in the United States. With its help, doctors can determine the sterility of drugs. Fortunately for the animal advocates and the horseshoe crabs themselves, scientists have been trying to abandon such cruel methods for humane reasons. When you look at how airbags actually work, you can't help but think, yeah, they'll save a life, but your nose will get broken. See for yourself. And this is it for today, buddy. Give this video a like if we gave your brain a boost, and see you in the next one.